I feel like I have a really good concept of the design that you're kind of the function of the space and the needs that you need in the space for your family. I just wanted to go over a few more things with this project itinerary in detail, and then I'm going to jump onto the computer and just show you a plan, an as-built of a project that I have worked on, very similar to your basement actually. So it'll really give a good reference point in how we move forward in this process. So just a little bit about the company first and about myself. So Finished Basement Company actually has been around for 20 years. We're really proud of this process. I feel throughout the course of the 20 years, we've really kind of honed in on what works for us as a company and really get excited about this process because, you know, when we follow this and when our clients follow this, it becomes a really engaging process. It becomes a process that is smooth, that is fun. You can be as hands-on as you like or take the back seat. And it's very collaborative with not only the designer and other designers and the project manager, but also as a client for you as well. So you can be as involved in the process as you'd like. We have 3 locations, one in Minneapolis, Denver, and Colorado. And as a company as a whole, I'd just say we finish more basements in this country than any other design build. So really, really proud of that. We finish over 400 basements between the 3 companies. So that's kind of why we really like to go through this process in detail, because it just becomes like a really engaging process for everybody. So a little bit about me. So I've been a designer. I started design actually 10 years ago. I'm from Vancouver Island, Canada. And you know, 10 years ago, I really had a love for interior design and a real passion for it, but I wasn't prepared for the career. And I had learned all these like amazing things in terms of architecture in school and academia, but really wasn't able to relate it to my life. So I traveled in Europe. I was able to live over there and just really experience the architecture in person. And that's really brought me to over here today. So I finished my design degree in Minneapolis and found FBC. Absolutely love this company so far. The process of it and the people and the collaboration is amazing. So yeah, so it's a really special thing that we're working together right now. So back to the process. So obviously we're in the initial design consultation. You know, I talked a little bit about this before. The ideas meeting is a really fun meeting. So this is, you know, where the plans come to fruition. So when you spoke about the vision for your space, that will be the first plan that I'll have for you. Basically, you know, kind of go through the 2Ds of it, kind of show you the as-built of it, and where your HVAC and all kind of like the guts of the system is, and then head into the 3D process of that. And then have a second plan for you that maybe is a little bit out of the box that maybe you wouldn't think of, and we can kind of come together. At that process, I really want you to ask as many questions as you possibly can and just kind of, you know, we work together on a plan. So don't be hesitant on it. It's really easy to switch things up on the plan, and that's what the whole thing is about. So that's with you and me at the showroom for about an hour to an hour and a half. So actually, let me just jump right into this right now. So this is that project that I was talking about. Can you see it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this basement is actually very similar to the one that, your basement. So the shell of it's very, very similar. So these are kind of like the basics, the bones. So when we spoke about the architectural details versus the material finishes, this is kind of what I'm referring to. So the architectural details, without us doing anything, is just like the basic bones of it. And you have your soffits kind of running through, all your HVACs, your gas, all of your plumbing and your rough-ins. And so from here, I then just kind of like to show the first plan. So are you kind of familiar orienting yourself with this? So here's your stairs, you come down into this space. This is very similar to your shell as well. So this particular client, they were really big on entertaining and home theater and everything. So that's really what we designed, specializing for that. And so just really kind of focused more on the entertaining aspect of it with this plan here. The second plan was just switched around just a little bit more. The bedroom was on the other side. And then we kind of pop it into, oops, sorry, just a minute. Sometimes this happens. All right, so actually I just want to show you. This is technology. So this is very similar to, what you would be experiencing in that meeting. So we really try to incorporate those architectural details in it and really make it like kind of a focus point. So have the posts kind of in the middle, have a niche kind of cut out of the ceiling, and just really kind of have an HDT kind of interesting design that you can really relate to. Everything is to scale. The material finishes can be changed, and that's just really the process that we'll kind of go through. If you had mentioned, I was thinking, can we switch this around, or I don't like that niche, that's that meeting that we would do that. Do you have any questions about that so far? No? Okay.
No.
So that's a super fun meeting. It's a very important meeting to kind of nail down that design, get you thinking about the two different plans, get you excited about it. Mm-hmm. Just as you let us in your home today, we really want to make you feel welcome in our space as well. So we'll have cookies for you and show you around the space and kind of show you the details that we've put into our showroom. Okay. And if you want wine, we can have wine. So, so moving on from there, the production review would be the next little slot there for scheduling. So that's with the project manager. That takes about 45 minutes. That's when you can really pick the project manager's brain and really get to know him. Basically, the goal of that meeting is really to make sure that the design is feasible. So he's going to kind of get in there and get the nitty gritty. For instance, if that post just doesn't work there, then that's something that we need to communicate about between him and I and kind of get that sorted. And that's what that meeting is. So basically, it's just our second set of eyes. And we work together congruently throughout the whole project. So it's really good to get to know him very well as well. And then, this is basically, I know this looks super confusing, but this is moving into that next appointment, which is our final plan review. Also a very important appointment. Basically, this is where we fully noted the plan. Everything on this plan is what we're going to be doing in your space. So we've talked about the ideas meeting, we've talked about the construction review, and this is where we're going to be talking about solidifying dates, solidifying scheduling, putting a deposit down to get that scheduling date, that construction date. And this is kind of like the very detail oriented in here. So so do you have any questions about that, or how do you feel? Do you want to maybe grab your calendar and we can start scheduling some dates?
Mm-hmm.
All right.